Mr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Program Manager for ShiftSAR and Shift.
Honor to the State Minister, Information and Communication Technology Division, Government of English Republic of Bangladesh. Sir, I have to admit that I'm very humbled with your timing.
688.
Future is digital economy. Quality of the network is weak. Bandwidth, internet, two ways of doing things. And there was two areas that we worked with. So one is looking at a very specific segment.
A very good afternoon to everybody, our distinguished guests, and with the main presentation. A very brief, a couple of brief comments about Bangladesh overall. Bangladesh is one of the top three most fastest growing economy in the Asia Pacific. So that's awesome. This country has maintained a GDP growth rate of 6 to 7% in the last decade, and poised to become a middle-income country by 2021. It's projecting to double up its GDP by 2050 from 300 to 700 billion and become a developed country. So there must be something that we are doing right, which is taking this country forward. The per capita income is about 1,900 and poised to become 12,000 by 2050, which is fantastic. We have IT export of 1 billion, which we are projecting from the ministry to become 5 billion by 2025. So what's happening with the RMG sector? So what's happening is that, what's happening is everywhere else. 90% of downsides of still hanging on to our cash wage payments. This is just a picture of. Sorry, the picture is a bit small. But basically, what we did is there was an MOU with BJMEA and ICT Ministry, and based on that, we did a pilot, and I kind of mentioned that. Some of the benefits of our workers can use when they have this mobile financial wallet, and also their credit history. As part of this project, I visited a bunch of factories with the Gates Foundation and also BSR. And what they are doing is they are training. So BSR is training under Hard Finance, training these garments workers, where this has been implemented for the last 1 year. And some of the things that I heard in the focus group are extremely, it's heartwarming, and also, it's very touching. So some of the things that I heard from the women focus group, is that they feel empowered. They can save money to buy that gold chain that they always wanted.
And I'm the Honorable State Minister for ICT Division, Government of Bangladesh.
Finally, I got a chance to speak something after 2.5 hours. So actually, I came here to inspire an excellent presentation from the Embassy of Canada, European Union, UNCDF, distinguished participants from different government agencies, private sector, and I'm really delighted to join you today in this event on digital innovations facilitated by the United Nations Capital Development Fund in Bangladesh. Vision of building digital Bangladesh through driving digital financial inclusion, for low-income groups, small businesses, and women. The exciting part of these initiatives are digital platforms, are vehicles to reach out the last mile and enabling them access various essential services, which will eventually lead to income growth, employment opportunities, and a better future for all of us. You all know that the global digital innovation landscape is transitioning. We are also trying to prepare ourselves to remain competitive both at the local and the global level. The financial sector in Bangladesh is rapidly transforming. Technology innovators are bringing in new solutions to support expansion of services offering in previously untapped customer segments in different value chains. Fintech has become the buzzword, and it is high time we nurture our homegrown initiatives in this evolving domain. I want to convey my thanks to UNCDF, UNESCAP, Global Affairs Canada, and other partners for designing and launching the Women Microeconomic Growth and reducing gender gap in accessing financial services. I would like to congratulate our two Bangladeshi FinTech initiatives nominated for funding support in the first round iFarmer and Romani service. Both initiatives of these ventures will encourage emerging entrepreneurs come up with homegrown initiative solutions targeting more full customer groups. UNCDF's intervention in the fast-moving consumer goods retail supply chain targeting Mudi Dokanis, the retail micro merchants, are also crucial to drive growth and employment opportunities. Particularly in the rural level, around 1.3 million retail micro merchants are the core part of our retail trade sector. Transforming them as a last-mile digital payment and service access points will significantly contribute to building a stronger ecosystem for digital financial services, e-commerce, and other digital services promoted by the government. Congratulations to the private sector institutions who came forward to pilot innovative solutions in partnership with UNCDF and European Union. You all know that before the last National Parliament election, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina declared her election manifesto. Under that election manifesto, she emphasized in three areas basically. One was my village, my town. Second was youth is our power. And third, how we can use technology to reduce corruption. So these three things were the major commitment by the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina before last national election. And we can see if we could provide 5 things to the villagers, then we can turn all of our villages into towns. That means all the city, all the modern facilities should be there so that they can avail modern facilities from sitting at their home. If we could provide access to electricity, access to education, access to internet, health, and employment. So these are the 5 things, these are the 5 preconditions. If we could provide to the villagers, they can lead modern life. And I hope after piloting this project, now you are taking this pilot project into the 64 districts. So this platform will play a very vital role to achieve Honorable Prime Minister's Digital Bangladesh vision by 2021. Promoting digital financial inclusion is a core pillar for Digital Bangladesh. And our government is investing efforts and resources to nurture innovation in this domain. ICT division is promoting various initiatives for the startups, youth-led innovative ventures which have a high potential of scaling up. I would like to share another study report done by Boston Consulting Group a few years back. In that report, they're showing that we have 50 million middle-income affluent consumers in Bangladesh. So you can understand what type of potentials we have before our young startups. And according to their report, so we have set up Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy under the supervision and proper guidance of the Architect of Digital Bangladesh, Honorable ICT Advisor to the Prime Minister, Mr. Sajib Wajid Joy, 3 years back. And by these 3 years, we have received more than 2,000 applications from the startups. And we have allocated seed funds for more than 100 startups. And we are registering Startup Bangladesh Limited Company as a government venture company to allocate funding support to the startups, and it is already in principle approved by the Honorable Prime Minister from the Cabinet, and we are waiting to get approval from the Law Ministry. We are waiting for the vetting result, and I hope that by this year we'll be able to allocate growth stage startups and targeted startups and guided startups would be able to receive fund from Startup Bangladesh Limited Company. And I can see Mr. Anand Raihan from iSocial. He was one of the very initial contributors for establishing Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy. Project designing part, he was involved 3 years back, and I'm really thankful to him and to others who contributed a lot for designing this Innovation Design and Entrepreneurship Academy. So, and by this time, in last 1 decade, we have identified that if we could provide 3 things to the citizen, to the entrepreneurs, then 100% digitization is possible for digital Bangladesh. Like, first thing, we need a verifiable ID, because when I was hearing all of our entrepreneurs' presentation, I saw everyone actually is expecting the verifiable ID is necessary to scale up their products to the citizen. And 2 is a digital payment platform, because without having a digital payment platform, no one can actually scale up their products to the citizens. They cannot acquire more and more consumers. And third, and very important, is interoperable framework. Because without having this interoperable framework, you cannot connect the other database, and you cannot actually provide seamless services to the citizen. So actually, our consideration is these 3 things is very much important for any startup, any entrepreneur to introduce and scale up their products for the citizen locally and globally. So opportunity which is available to you all, so anyone can come and join in this platform, and you can avail the services to verify your customer. So this is a small part of eKYC, which is very much important for every entrepreneur. And the second is payment platform. So many of you mentioned about your requirement, how you can get digital payment interoperability solution. Because now SheerCash can actually send money from SheerCash account to SheerCash. And the other, like Bikash and many other, maybe Nagod, they can only send money, receive money from their own platform. They cannot actually send money from SheerCash to Bikash or Bikash to Nagod. After exploring all these problems and challenges, what we have actually faced in recent years, Honorable Advisor actually suggested us to develop interoperable digital transaction platform. We are really confident that by next year, we will be definitely will be able to introduce this interoperable digital transaction platform, what actually demolish this monopoly or this separate thing. So we'll be able to take you all in a single platform so that you can send money, receive money from any platform to one platform to another platform. And the third is interoperability framework. So you will be very happy to know that we have been able to introduce our Bangladesh National Digital Architecture. So under this architecture, it is open document. If you visit our website, ICT Division, you will find that. If you want, I can also provide you the soft copy. If you just give us your email address, I can send you. So this is the digital national architecture. Like what would be the interoperable framework and how you can connect from NID to passport, how you can actually connect NBR to like passport authority. So this is already done, and one after another platforms are adding, we are adding in this architecture. So these three things, what we actually feel that is very important to provide digital services to the citizen. And for the citizen in next 3 years. So I think all these services will create new opportunities for our entrepreneurs. So with this, I would like to conclude my speech, but before I conclude my speech, I want to mention other 3 pillars, which is very important for private entrepreneurs, like connectivity for all. So we have already taken fiber optic cable, high-speed broadband connectivity up to the union level. So all the union digital centers are now connected with internet. Only 700 hard-to-reach areas are not connected, but we hope that in next 2 years, we'll be able to connect all those 700 hard-to-reach union digital centers also with the fiber optic high-speed broadband connectivity. So all of our 4,500 union Porishad will be connected with high-speed broadband connectivity. Because without having digital connectivity, information connectivity, you cannot take your products to the village level. So it will create another opportunity platform to scale up your products and take your products up to the village level. And also human resource development, another issue for us, because without developing our human resources, because we have 50 million students in different education institutions. We have 170,000 education institutions from primary level to tertiary level. So now we have been able to introduce ICT as a mandatory subject from grade 6 to 12. Now we are taking programming, coding, learning courses for the primary school. I think all these 50 million students are your future digital consumers in next 5 to 10 years. So you have to prepare your products for this all digital natives consumer. And the third and last thing is ICT industry. 10 years back, there was only $26 million export volume, but with the government proper policies and support, we have been able to increase this export volume from 26 million to $1 billion. And we have a target to reach $5 billion in next 4 years. So I hope, so you will be the future digital entrepreneurs who will actually achieve our this $5 billion export target. And after hearing all of your presentations, I actually found 7 things are more important to develop our entrepreneurial supply chain, to create our startup culture, and to create the innovation ecosystem in Bangladesh. So I will conclude with these 7 things, what I found. We need to provide solutions to mitigate these problems and to overcome these challenges. Access to finance, that is number 1. Technology transfer, knowing the technology, networking, mentoring, incubation, collaboration, and policy support. So these are the 7 things what I found after hearing your presentation. So I can assure you on behalf of ICT Division, on behalf of the Government of People's Republic of Bangladesh, on behalf of Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable ICT Advisor, we will be there with you to face all of these problems, to support you, to guide you, and to help you to be successful. And also, I just want to assure you, the only one policy we believe and we follow, that is open policy. We don't believe in regulation, we believe in deregulation. So all the innovators and entrepreneurs, come forward with your solutions, problem solving mindset. So from the ICT division, our Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy, Startup Bangladesh platform is ready to provide you all kinds of support. So, and also I have learned that you are going to take this initiative into the next level. So I can see the country manager of Quika, Mr. Joe is here, and many other development partners are here. I would like to invite all of you to come and join to build Digital Bangladesh together. Just one advice from my side to the young entrepreneurs, that I know you all want to shine like a sun, right? So if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangla.